Hi everyone, Teresa Jackson with ERA Real Estate from Madison, Rankin, and Hinds County, Mississippi. Today we're going to talk about the second part, or the second part B of curb appeal. We've already discussed the heavy things that need to be done concerning curb appeal. We've already talked about limbing up all the trees that open up the view of the house. We've talked about reattaching gutters. We've talked about cleaning out gutters. We've talked about pressure washing the house. We've talked about repainting the mailbox and putting thick layers of either mulch or pine straw in your flower beds. We discussed all of those things. Today I'd like to talk about what I consider the fun things, the finishing touches, the things that are not heavy, but the things that make a big difference, the things that make the house pop, the things that give it a little bit of life, a little bit of ambiance, and the things that make people want to come into the house. I'm a big proponent of, let's say that inside the house there's still 2 or 3 or 4 weeks worth of things that need to be done inside the house. I am a very big proponent of, let's get the outside done first. It's important. The minute that first contractor drives into your driveway to start working on the tile in the bathroom or repainting the bedrooms or whatever it is that they're going to do, neighbors start talking. The buzz begins. That's great. We want buzz, but we want the buzz to be positive. We want, the minute the buzz starts, you are going to have people start driving by the house. There's absolutely no way to prevent it. If Miss Jones down the street tells a woman in her bunco group that, you know, a house on Woodland Hills is going up for sale, somebody's going to tell somebody, and somebody is going to ride by and look at it, and it all starts there. We definitely know that people do judge a book by the cover, especially when it comes to houses. It's important to get the outside looking good first, even while you're working on the inside. Now, I'm not saying if you got to have big machinery out in the front yard and things like that to do something on the inside, I'm not saying do it then. But as long as nothing inside is going to cause any detriment to the yard, let's get that yard in the front of the house done before we're even finished on the inside. So we've talked about the heavy stuff. We've talked about the bones. We've talked about having good bones. Now we're going to do the fun stuff. Focal point, front door. Most all houses, the front door is the focal point. Now and then it's not that way, but most of the time that it is. So repaint it, restain it, do whatever you have to do to make it look new and nice. The shutters, very important. If they're peeling, do whatever you have to do there too. Repaint it, restain them, whatever you have to do to get those looking nice too. After that, the front door, I keep coming back to that. It's important. Flank it on either side with either pots, urns, or something of that nature. It needs to be something big and substantial if you've got room. In the wintertime, you can put bamboo in it. If you're in the, we're in the south, so in the spring, if you've got a sunny spot under the front porch, let's go ahead and get, you know, vinca, which is periwinkle, or lantana, or anything with color. You need to bring some color up to that front door and draw the eye up to the front door. If you are in a shady spot up by the front door, you can have ferns in there. You can have impatiens. There are just numerous types of things that you can have in there. But if nothing else, just have some nice looking urns or pots by the front door, even if they don't have anything in them. I like to have a little life around the house, which means if you have gas lanterns, turn them on. I cannot tell you how many houses that I have showed other listings that they have gas lanterns and they're off. Don't do that. If you've got them, use it to your advantage. Turn them on. The little gas flickering flame there draws people in. It makes the house feel alive. It gives it some ambiance. If you have a fountain out front, or if you have a koi pond, turn it on. I can't tell you again how many times that I have shown houses where the water is stagnant or the fountain is not going. The little trickle when you walk up to the front door, it means something. It makes a lot of difference. It gives it a good energy. A good energy is that, you know, flickering lanterns, fountains that are trickling. A not so good energy is this. You walk up to the front door and there are little dogs yapping at you. So that's the difference. And you can see, you can feel it yourself, what the difference would be in walking up to a nice place where the lanterns are flickering and the fountain is trickling and all of that. It brings you in. It makes you want to go in. It makes you want to be there, and that's what you want. If If you have furniture on the front porch that needs to be spray painted, go to Walmart, go to Lowe's, it doesn't matter, go to Home Depot, get some spray paint, come home, do it yourself. It's not a big deal. It may take 1.5 cans a chair. You can get it done in an afternoon. If you don't like the color, you can change it. It's something very simple to do that adds a little pop of color, but it also makes things look new, and it makes things look well taken care of. If you've got a few places in the yard, let's say once we've limbed up those trees and you have a shade tree in the corner and you can just see a Adirondack chair with a stool and a table next to it and a cup of coffee and a devotion being held out there, then make it look like that. I can tell you I work with people every single day of my life that cannot visualize things like that. So if you have an eye for that, or if you're a realtor or myself, if somebody tells you, hey, that's a good spot for a table and a chair and a coffee cup, go put it out there, because the people that cannot visualize it will be able to see it then. Outdoor spaces in the South now are so very, very popular. It adds a lot of living space. It adds an extra little spot that you can go and get away from things. So today we're talking about the fun things. A pop of color up around the front door, some urns around the front door, a pop of color all over the sparse spots in your yard, around the bottom of your mailbox. If you've got a spot that you can have a little devotional spot, put the chair in a little side table out there so people can visualize it. Keep your gas lanterns on. Turn on your water fountains. If you got a koi pond, get it going too. There are a lot of other little things that we can do, but these are just a few little finishing touches that add a lot of ambiance. It makes people want to come into your house, and it draws people in. My name's Teresa Jackson. You can contact me at 601-624-3019, teresapjackson@gmail.com, or teresajacksonrealtor.com. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you, and have a great day.